Okay, guys, I'm making this video because obviously some people either wasn't paying attention with the blood pressure or confused and are scared to answer questions about how to read a blood pressure. So I'm gonna make this video because some people get giving me just like a number like 175, or it looks backwards like 20 over 130 or something like that. Okay, so when you're taking blood pressure, you are listening for two, like what you're really listening for are two beats. So when you're taking blood pressure, remember the blood pressure cuff is squeezing your arm. You find your brachial artery or your pulse and your in your arm, which is the brachial pulse. You're gonna put the blood pressure cuff on, gonna squeeze it, and then it's like cutting everything off, remember, and so you're gonna let the air out once you get to like 140, 150. You're gonna let the air out. So when you let the air out, your pulse will start to return, the pulse of your patient, or if you want to practice on yourself as well. So the first beat, you have to make sure that you're listening closely. I'm not grading for accuracy, but I want y'all somewhere in the ballpark of this looks like a blood pressure and not a heart rate. And some of these heart rates are outrageous as well, but that's a different story for a different day. However, we're going to go through this one, and I'm going to show you what you need to be listening for. I'm going to attempt to show you. So like I said, I'm not, if you got it or you're close to it, I just want to see that you have some kind of semblance of or understanding of what you hear. Okay. So first thing they're going to do, they're going to pump the cuff up. So the little manometer is going to go up. Then they're going to let the air out. You're going to see the manometer start to go down. Okay, so you need to be watching. Remember, like this is 120. This will be 130. But in between the bigger and more darkened tick marks are little bitty tick marks. Those are by 2. Okay. So gonna go up, starts to come down. First time you hear a beat, that is your top number. So say you hear it at 120. So 120, you'll write 120 and a slash, and then you're gonna listen. It might get a little faint, come back. If not, the last beat you hear, so say you heard it at 70 last time you heard it, that's going to be your bottom number. So your blood pressure will be 120 over 70. Okay. I've unsubmitted some of those that did not look like blood pressures. Also, make sure you check. I sent a video out yesterday about the pulse activity that we did for those that didn't look like pulses. So make sure you go and look at those as well if you haven't already. But I unsubmitted as I'm going through. I started grading yesterday, finding stuff that doesn't look right, unsubmitting it. Okay. All right. So we're going to play this. So they're pumping the cuff up. Right here, they're pumping it up. Okay, now it's coming back down. So me personally, that first beat, if you look about rounding here, I say about 98, but rounding here, you kind of heard a little something, but I say about 98, you heard the first pulse, the first beat return. Okay, so I'm gonna start it again and let you hear the last beat. My interpretation will be about 98 over 60. That would be my interpretation of the blood pressure. You might heard something different. That's fine, but I just want you to hear or understand what you're hearing. So I'm going to play this again and just watch your manometer and just listen for the beats. If you have to go over it a couple times, that's fine. Okay. So still about 198 over about 60, might have been 58, something like that, but around that part range for this one. So you just have to listen. If you have to listen, because sometimes it might be a little background noise. It sounds like some closures rustling or something like that. That could have been it. Just listen. Go over it a couple of times. Just listen for the beeps. So when you write your blood pressure, it'll be like I got 98 over 60. It's not like 20 over 140, nothing like that. Okay. So just listen. If you have questions, reach out. But I just want to make this video to kind of help y'all because I saw that some of y'all were having some problems.